Ghost of Tsushima, one of the most anticipated upcoming titles of 2020. So it looks like the wait is now finally over, guys, because Sony has now announced that their final episode of PlayStation State of Play is going live on December 10th, 2019. Now, Sony has confirmed officially that they will be revealing games for 20 minutes straight, along with the release dates of their upcoming titles for the PlayStation 5 as well as for the PS4. Now, the most interesting part is that Sony has now finally confirmed that they will be showing new gameplay footage of all the upcoming games that will be launching on the PS4 as well as on the PS5. Now, the games that are pretty much likely to be shown at the State of Play reveal will include Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, and Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Now, I strongly believe that these three games have 90 to 95% chances of getting revealed on the State of Play this year, because if you look at Ghost of Tsushima, the game was indeed already announced back in 2017, and then the team went really quiet for a couple of years until they came back with some new gameplay in 2018, which, if I'm to be honest here, it did really surprise me when Sony showed off the new gameplay. Now, let's all agree the fact that the graphics of the game did look really incredibly well done, and one of the main core mechanisms that really caught my eye in Ghost of Tsushima was the new dynamic wind weather in the game, which I've never seen before in such high extent in any other games of the current generation. You can see things from grass to even bigger trees and other objects in the environment that actually moves flawlessly due to the wind and rain effect being blown at them. And now, of course, this was a very old build of the game, which was made years ago, keeping the current generation in mind. But just imagine, since Sony is bringing out the new PlayStation 5 next year, the developers of Sucker Punch would have indeed remodeled and polished the game so much that the game could truly feel like it's built for the next-gen PS5. Maybe this is the reason to why Sony wanted to hold back the release of Ghost of Tsushima, due to the fact that they saw more potential in the game, that they wanted to dedicate this project more towards the next generation consoles rather than just focusing it on the current generation PS4s. Now, of course, like I said, I'm at least 95% sure that Ghost of Tsushima will finally get its new release dates, which is when Sony has officially announced that the State of Play livestream will be held on YouTube, Twitch, as well as on Mixer. However, Sony might or might not show the new gameplay build of Ghost of Tsushima, but they sure will be announcing the release date for the game. And maybe if you're lucky, we might even get to see a pre-order for the game right after the announcement is done on the PlayStation stores. So if there is any further information on the game, then of course I will keep every single one of you guys updated right here on this channel, so you don't really have to worry about missing out on any important information from the event in general. Now, unfortunately, Sony has confirmed that they will not be revealing any news about the PlayStation 5 console in this particular event, because they are in fact planning to put out a big show specially dedicated to revealing the next generation PlayStation 5 console on February of 2020. But remember, just because they said there is going to be no news about the PS5, now that is only meant for the next generation consoles. But in the State of Play, we will be getting reveals of the upcoming games for the next generation. Now, the second game that will be shown in the State of Play is going to be The Last of Us Part 2. Now, we already have a lot of information on The Last of Us Part 2, including the release date of the game, which will be launching on 29th May 2020. Now, the game was supposed to be coming out on February of 2020, but unfortunately, Naughty Dog wanted to postpone the game because they wanted more time to polish the game in a better way. Now, since The Last of Us Part 2 is already officially announced, maybe we're going to be getting an extended gameplay reveal during the State of Play, or it could also mean that we're going to be getting a multiplayer reveal for The Last of Us Part 2. Which Sony had already confirmed that they will be releasing a multiplayer version of The Last of Us Part 2 as a standalone title. So this could also be the best time to get a reveal for that, maybe even a small tidbit look at what the multiplayer gameplay would look like. That would be really nice to see if Sony could actually pull that off, and maybe we could finally get to see what Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer would look like. Now, the next most possible game that we might be getting a reveal would be none other than Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Now, recently we've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews about the game itself all over the internet, and even the voice actor of the main character Aloy from the game, she has now confirmed that Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is indeed coming out very soon. And not just that, many leaks have also shown that Sony will be revealing the game very soon next year in 2020, and some leaks even say that the game could most probably be a PlayStation 5 launch day title as well. So I'm pretty sure that Sony will be revealing Horizon Zero Dawn 2 during the State of Play. Now, I am in fact very excited to see how good the game is going to look like on the PlayStation 5, especially with the RTX feature being one of the biggest things on the next generation consoles, and not to forget the 4K 120 frames per second that Sony claims would be possible to achieve on the PlayStation 5. I'm very interested to see what Horizon Zero Dawn would really look like, as the previous game has already proven to be one of the best looking games on the current generation PS4 and PS4 Pro. Now, of course, not to forget that God of War 2 has also been confirmed by Sony a few months ago, that the team is already working on the sequel project of the previous God of War title that released on the PlayStation 4. Now the intrigue relationship between the father and son would once again return on the PlayStation 5, and I cannot wait to see how good the next God of War game is going to look like on the next generation. Now this could also be a really good thing if Sony could show off God of War 2, since we're already very close to the launch of the next gen PS5, but I don't really think that we're going to be getting a full gameplay reveal of God of War 2 even if they reveal the game itself, because if they wanted to reveal the gameplay, then I think they most probably would do it on February of 2020 during the PlayStation 5 reveal event, where they might be showing us how the PlayStation 5 performs with all of these next generation games, along with some few other really cool new features of the next gen consoles itself. So don't get your hopes really high, because if you're expecting to see any gameplay reveal for the God of War 2, then I'm pretty sure at least 99% that God of War 2's gameplay is not going to be happening. Now, Spider-Man 2 could also be revealed on the State of Play this year, because we all know that Insomniac is already working on their Spider-Man 2 project for the PlayStation 5. But to be honest here, I don't really think that Spider-Man 2 is going to have as much high chances as the other 4 games that I mentioned about in the list, because I think Spider-Man 2 would most likely be a PS5 post-launch title, and chances are that the game will only be announced during the E3 next year. Because of course Sony wouldn't release all the AAA projects all at once along with the PS5's release. So if any of you guys are expecting to see Spider-Man 2's reveal, so I would just say keep your hopes on the game really low, because I don't see any high chances of Spider-Man 2 being revealed in this State of Play at least. Maybe we will see a Spider-Man 2 reveal on February of 2020 when they officially show off the next gen PlayStation 5. Now, the last game that not really many are expecting to see being announced is Days Gone 2. Now, Days Gone was released in the start of this year on the PlayStation 4, and the game was highest sold PlayStation exclusive for Sony this year. And it's not just to be surprised that Ben Studios are indeed already working on a sequel for that game, because if you look at the way that Days Gone had an ending for the storyline, it actually did leave fans really shook to see what happens next in the sequel of the game. And if at all Days Gone 2 gets announced, then I cannot be more happy than anything else for this year's State of Play. So this could be a huge surprise reveal from Sony, since not many fans are really expecting to see any news from Days Gone 2 yet. But if they do it, then I think this would really be the best reveal event from Sony in all these years. Now, out of all these games, I want to know which one are you guys really looking forward to the most. Me personally though, I want to see Ghost of Tsushima getting a new release date, and as you already know me, I am a huge fan of Days Gone, so I would love to see a Days Gone 2 reveal as well. So let me know in the comments down below, if you had to only choose 2 games from the above given list to be revealed in the PlayStation State of Play event, then which 2 games would you guys choose from the above option? Or also, if you guys have any games that I might have missed out in the list, then please do let me know in the comment section down below. Now, with that being said, my channel will of course keep you guys updated on all the latest PlayStation news. So if you guys are subscribed to my channel, then you will be updated with all the new gaming news and information. And also, if you guys are looking forward to upcoming CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk 2077, then my channel covers every single pinch of information on that game. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn your video notifications on, so that YouTube can let you know when I upload my videos every single day. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast of a day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Till then, stay alive fams, and goodbye.